You know how I'm always testing the latest camera gear and looking for the best ways to create content on the go? Well, DJI's new Osmo Mobile 7P might be the ultimate tool for mobile creators. This all-in-one smartphone gimbal comes with a built-in selfie stick, a mini tripod foot, and new for this year, a 3-in-1 module that acts as a fill light, a subject tracker, and even a wireless mic receiver. But is this worth $149? Now, one new feature this doesn't come with is a hand warmer, and it's absolutely freezing out here. So I'm gonna head back inside to tell you about who I think this is best for. So let's start by talking about why you need a stabilizer in the first place. With most recent smartphones, including the iPhone 16 Pro or the Samsung S25 Ultra, they can produce really good video results on their own, especially if you're just walking or performing simple pans and tilts. But where they still can really struggle is with faster movements, so think running or jumping around. And when handheld, the results can be not so great. And things can only get worse once it's in low light, where your phone's stabilization just can't keep up. Now, this is nothing new for DJI's phone gimbals, but their 3-axis stabilization reduces unwanted shake and smooths your footage to help you capture higher quality video content with little effort. And even though smaller gimbals like this one can't fully eliminate that up and down bobbing motion from your steps, the Osmo Mobile 7 makes a huge difference, particularly when it comes to using your telephoto lenses, which are much harder to keep steady when you're holding them in your hand. Now, I could have just stopped there and shown you the results that you can get with this gimbal, but there's actually a lot more that you get here, feature-wise, especially if you opt for the Osmo Mobile 7P. Both gimbals use this magnetic clip design, which we have seen on previous models, but this year the clamp opens wider and supports larger and bulkier phones, which of course makes a lot of sense because we know flagships each year are getting bigger and bigger. But the cool thing is, you can still just snap this to your phone, and with the gimbal open, it'll automatically balance and you're ready to shoot without any additional adjustments. I like this a lot because you can just quickly attach or detach your phone without needing to realign it every time. And it's a small thing, but coming from experience, if you're constantly shooting and you need to grab your phone for whatever reason, whether it's checking notes, replying to a call, giving a quick message, it makes a huge difference and saves you a lot of time. Both the Osmo Mobile 7 and 7P have a built-in tripod foot at the bottom. Just slides out. So this allows you to capture shots from flat surfaces or allows you to place it down when you're not using it, so that's handy. But if you opt for the upgraded Mobile 7P, it has another hidden trick: an integrated selfie stick which extends to 215 millimeters. So whether you're capturing more people in your shot or you're just trying to get a little bit creative with high or low angles, this is genuinely a very useful feature. But even cooler than that, the Osmo 7P comes with this new 3-in-1 module that unlocks a lot of possibilities. First, the module is actually a built-in light with 4 levels of brightness as well as 4 levels of color balance from 2500 Kelvin all the way to 6500 Kelvin. And while this won't replace big dedicated video lights, as a built-in solution here, you can tell this makes a huge difference and actually gets pretty bright. And in my experience, having a built-in light like this really makes this feel like a more pro kit that's streamlined, and an all-one solution that makes it really easy to get higher quality video without needing to lug around a bunch of extra gear. Below that light is a camera sensor, but what does that do? Previous Osmo gimbals were able to offer subject tracking via their DJI Mimo app, and it worked really well. You could just drag a box around your subject, whether it's you or something else that it recognized, and it would lock on pretty well. And each year, the software and the hardware working together gets a little bit better. But when it came to using it with apps like Instagram or TikTok, anything except the DJI Mimo app, you were out of luck. But thanks to this new module, tracking actually happens on the hardware level, meaning you can use any app you want. We're gonna close out the DJI Mimo app. Goodbye. I'm gonna open up the default camera app, and obviously I can't, sadly, draw a box around my face to track me, but you now have access to hand gestures. So the camera sensor recognizes an open palm and will automatically recognize me as a subject to track, and it does a relatively good job at keeping me in the center of the frame. I can also do things like a V. It'll give me a little flash countdown that you see there, going from yellow, 3 seconds, to a green, and on my app, I see that it's now recording a video. When I want to stop the video, even if I don't want to click that physical button there, let's say it's further away and I've got this mounted on a table or something like that, I can do another V and it'll stop recording the video. Last but not least, this module also functions as a receiver for connecting the DJI wireless mic mini. So With it connected to your phone, you now have high quality audio synced directly with your video clips without needing a dedicated receiver. So we've got the DJI Mic Mini attached. It's connected with our phone. So with a simple gesture, we get the countdown, video recording, palm open. Yeah, starts tracking me. And as you can imagine, this can be a really clutch feature to have, especially when you're filming yourself completely solo. Don't forget, you can find the best deals for this gimbal linked below. And while you're here, subscribe if you want to see me review more DJI and other cool camera gear. It's the right thing to do. But before deciding if this is a good fit, here are some other trade-offs that you should consider before picking up either the Osmo Mobile 7 or the 7P. One of the biggest things that stands out to me as a reason to skip this is the fact that this is a pretty bulky setup. And again, with its built-in selfie stick and its module, this weighs 370 grams without your phone. And still, even with your phone removed and this closed and folded down, you can see that might be big enough to make you think twice about really whether or not you want to bring this with you. Next up, from my experience testing a bunch of phone gimbals over the past few years, in terms of stabilization performance alone, this isn't going to be the main reason you'd want to pick one of these up. And so if you just need solid stabilization, there are plenty of other options at much lower price points, including even from DJI with the Osmo Mobile SE, which starts at just under $70. At $89 for the base Osmo Mobile 7 and $149 for the 7P, these definitely fall under the more premium category of phone gimbals. So if you've never actually used a phone gimbal before, or you're not sure how often you'll need one, you may want to start with an older or a more entry-level option and then upgrade later. And that's actually something that I did way back when. So don't be afraid to look at older models like even the Osmo Mobile 6 or even the Osmo Mobile 5 or even a few generations before then if you can find a really good deal on them, just to learn and get a feel for how these work. But in terms of a more physical limitation with these gimbals, the Osmo Mobile 7 has a mechanical range of just -20 to 40 degrees. And you can get a little bit more by tilting your wrist forward or backwards, but when it comes to using this in a stationary position like on a table or on a tripod, using the built-in joystick, you can see it's a little bit hard to get some of those downward or upward facing shots. So depending on what you're trying to shoot, this can be a limiting factor. But tied in with that, the selfie stick's max extension of 215 millimeters or just under 8.5 inches, although nice, is mostly useful for when it's handheld. I wish it could extend just a little bit further out, especially for, like I was saying earlier, self-filming and stationary setups where having that extra height could be a huge advantage to getting the shot that I want. Granted, that would probably make it even heavier and bulkier than I'd really want, but as an all-in-one tool, that might be a compromise I'd be willing to make. Now, I don't know how fair this is to say in a gimbal review, but take it from me. If you're looking for the best way to create awesome content on the go, and you want a compact setup, why not just get the Osmo Pocket 3. I mean, it has a built-in 1-inch CMOS sensor, shoots up to 4K 120, and offers really smooth tracking and built-in stabilization, all without needing to use your phone. It's smaller, it's lighter, and it's not gonna drain this battery. And if you want to learn more about the reasons why I think the Osmo Pocket 3 is so awesome, you can watch one of my many videos that I've made on this in the past year. So, is the Osmo 7P worth picking up? I think if you shoot with your smartphone a lot and you want high quality video without a lot of extra effort, this is a great tool. And between the 7P and the 7, I think the extra cash is definitely worth it. With its excellent stabilization, built-in selfie stick, and of course that really awesome 3-in-1 module, I think this is one of the best ways to create high quality smartphone footage with little effort. But what do you think about the new DJI Osmo Mobile 7 and 7P? Who do you think this gimbal is best for? Let us know in the comments. You can follow us everywhere at Tom's Guide, and you can follow me to see what other cool tech I'm reviewing next. And until the next one, I'll catch you later. Now, before I get into the specifics, ow, that hurts. God, that's one of the downsides. Put that in the blooper reel.